Good day, people. Welcome back. Well, today I'm going to leave most of the shit shower on the front bench alone, bar one. Now, we all know that there's 7 million people plus waiting for treatment or operations from the NHS. We know the hell of trying to get a GP appointment. And the old cigar smoking, whiskey swilling, unhealthy health secretary has said over the weekend that if the nurses want to leave their jobs for better money, bye bye, off your toddle. Adding that there's no money to give them a pay rise. So, can someone explain how they can spend 40 million a year for over 800 people to sort out the diversity and inclusion in the NHS? Now, some of these jobs are still on offer. It's 70 grand a year, mind. But that's 800 people that have absolutely nothing to do with looking after people's health, even sticking a plaster on somebody, and it's costing us 40 million. Just think about that figure for a minute. Absolutely nothing to do with health. But then on top of that, they're spending over 66 million on interpreters and the like. Now that, people, is over £100 million that the NHS is spending for people that actually do nothing to help people with their health in any way, shape or form. Now you imagine how many frontline staff that 100 million would pay for that do help people. And this stupid bitch can't see why people get annoyed about it. You know, we've got all the useless managers in the NHS, again, that are nothing to do with helping people. There's another few million down the shitter. And she's saying, oh, or what we want to do is cut the ambulance arrival time. Yeah, fine. But what is the frigging point of getting people to the hospitals quicker if there's no bastard there to treat them? Don't you understand this, you clown? You know? Well, you should just be sat up on the back benches with your whiskey and your cigars, because you're a waste of fucking time on the front benches. Absolute waste of space and time. Oh, that was a bit of a rant. But now, going off of them lot, because they just annoy me, and it winds me up talking about them, to be honest. It looks like old King Charlie is homeless for at least 5 years. Really? Apparently this is due to near £370 million renovation of Buck House. But he's still got the choice, hasn't he? Windsor Castle, which has also had millions spent on it over the last few years. He's got Sandringham, Highgrove, and even Clarence House next door to Buck House, which is where apparently he's moving into most of the time. My heart bleeds for him, it really does. Now, of course, all these houses that he doesn't live in, and the ones that are being renovated, are all paid for by us, by the way. You know, where there's people struggling with their mortgages, people being forced out of rental accommodation, because greedy landlords want the stability of government money, which they get paid for housing illegal arriving passengers, which again is paid for by us. Now you tell me if he's doing anything for this country, because if he is, I'm not seeing it. People say he brings in business to the country. Well, Chucky and a little band have seen to that, ain't they? Because it's too unstable for people to invest in at the moment. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It really is. You know, there's nothing for us people in any of this going on at the moment. We're not being helped. Far from it. And they're on about changing the tax rates again. This is why I'm not saying too much on it today, because there's just too much going on. I can't keep up with it. I'd be making videos every 5 fucking minutes. But now, do you remember I did a little section a while back on the new high-tech police camera van that they were going to do trials with? Well, they have been trialling it. In particular, where was it? In Warwickshire, the M40 and the A46, I believe it was. Now these cameras look inside your car, not just number plate, or if someone's holding a phone, they can actually see if you've got a phone down behind the dashboard, whatever. Now the pictures are transmitted to Australia, where artificial intelligence and humans go through them, and people in Australia are deciding whether we get fined or not. Well, they've actually published some numbers now. Apparently there was 152 people holding a phone in their car. Well, holding a phone in your car, as far as I know, isn't illegal. Using it is. Holding it isn't. And 512 people, I think it was, not wearing seat belts. This includes rear seat passengers, by the way, not just in the front. So I think this really is going to be their new cash cow. It's going to be their cash point for easy money. They'll replace speed cameras with these things. They'll have speed cameras in them as well. But literally, these things are being put in place to make money. And I think they will push for them. And once they get approved, that's it. You know, it's Big Brother on the roads. It's bad enough now with cameras on the roads, let alone with this lot coming in. I mean, what next? They're going to fine you for scratching your bollocks while you're driving? Because they can see you doing that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. For those football fans out there, oh, I'm getting a bit of tinnitus here. I can hear a whining in my ear. Yeah, football. You've got the, I mean, I can't stand the frigging game, but you've got the Qatar World Cup or whatever it is coming up. Well, this is what they're doing for your enjoyment. Workers are dying trying to build this thing in the heat over there. So far, there's been 137,000 payouts of compensation for workers that have been injured or died just building this stadium for football fans' enjoyment. The enjoyment. Think about that one, people. Think about that one very hard. Okay guys, well, I'm going to leave it there for now. Yeah, I will be back to normal. It's just the head's a bit fuzzy at the moment. I will be back looking at what the shit shower are up to and giving you the up-to-date news on that. So until then, thank you very much. We've reached the monumentous number of 300 subscribers over the weekend. Thank you very much. There was one that he actually left a message saying that he'd make it to 300. I can't remember your name off the top of my head at the moment, but thank you, fella. That's absolutely brilliant. Well, I just had a look at Kerr C. Thank you, whoever you are. You were the 300th subscriber. And you're very welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for that. Respects to you. And I'd like to thank all of you for that support. 500's me target eventually, so we'll push for that. And my respects to each and every one of you for that support. And until we see each other again, as always, stay safe, stay strong, stay free from the fear that these clowns try to spread. Respects, people.